What's going on, everybody? On the air with VA3 EWV. We are on the air with VA3 EWV for our Friday night EchoLink AllStar Net. We're going to be getting started here in just a moment, and we're going to see if we have some connections here. Um, we'll try to get connected to the local repeater here in town and see what happens here. Hmm. Let's see, and then we'll get started. I'll try to connect that now.
Remote already in this mode.
Okay, so it says already in this mode, so that's good. All right, the net's going to be starting in just a couple of minutes. We hope you guys can join us on EchoLink, our All-Star node. EchoLink is 4399, just so you know. And All-Star is 60092, 60092. Let me see if I can get this shared. And I'm going to also see if I can hear anything. See if we are connected with sound. Sometimes it doesn't connect with sound, so let's just check it out here. See if I can get some sound. Yep, we got sound, so that's great. We have sound. That's all that matters. See if I can get this set up here. Hope we get some people out here tonight to join us. If not, no big deal. We just keep it going. All right, so I see the link here. So now I'm going to try to copy this out to a couple sites right quick. And while that's doing, I'll put on some of my one of the Big E's tunes. Here's one. Okay, we'll rock with this one. Okay, we got two people out there watching. Y'all are invited to come. Have some fun out here tonight.
Sugar sweet voice floating through the air. Hit that 40M band, dig D everywhere. CQ bottle out there. Single side band, hear him declare.
Okay, let me see if I can get this shared with some different places out here.
CQ Poulin, can you hear Big E? VA regular, coming in free. It's coming to you. New sounds rolling, feel that glee. Just feel it. And radio magic, just you and me. Oh yeah. Antennas
I gotta share it to one place.
reaching for the sky.
Get it shared to another place.
From Cooper's Marsh, wave a goodbye. So long now.
There's another site out here I can share this on.
Let me hear your tribe. Statics dancing, cutting through the noise. Buzz. Big East transmit, pure audio joys. Sing it sweet. VA Bruggle, riding the wave. We surfing now. CQ Poulin, the airwaves crave. Give it to them what they crave.
Okay, one more spot, then we'll get started.
VA Bruggle, coming in free. It's coming to you. Sounds rolling.
There's actually an EchoLink website, Facebook group.
Just you and me. Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. All right, there's this. There's our. So we got Devin out there tonight, so that's good. Okay, let me get on the right one here. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor VA3 EWB with our All-Star EchoLink Net, All-Star EchoLink Net, every Friday night that I'm out there. We invite everybody to come join us on the net. So for those that don't know, for the All-Star node is 60092, 60092, and for the EchoLink is 4399. So we got a couple folks out here tonight. We're gonna have a little fun. This might be a quick one there, but there's already a couple people out there. I'm already smiling because they're there because we have a lot of fun there. So far we have here online with us VE1DXW Devin. I was playing a little HF with him today, and then my man Mr. Allen in X3F. So we're just gonna get started there, and we'll wait a couple of minutes for some other people to join us. But I'm just gonna say hi to Devin and Mr. Allen, and then in about 5 minutes we'll just get started. Devin, I'm glad you did not sleep through the net, and I'm glad I didn't sleep through the net. Devin, can you hear me? And how's things going?
VE3EWV, VE1DXW. I'm going pretty good. Just sitting here watching lacrosse on TSN, but other than that, I'm not doing a whole lot.
Okay, so we got Devin watching lacrosse, a true sportsman there. Devin, when I'm talking to you, you watching something? Either a football game, hockey game. Did not know about lacrosse. I've heard about it. Haven't seen a game in real life and stuff like that. Good to have you out there, Mr. Allen, NX3F. How you doing this afternoon, this evening?
Hey, greetings, Ernest. VA3EWD. This is NX3F. Doing okay. Doing okay. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. Yep. Kind of chilly. Chilly willy here. Chilly willy. Here in the States. Okay. Back to you. VA3EWD. This is NX3F.
All right, Chilly Willy, I hear you out there, Chilly Willy. You know, tonight I guess we're going to talk a little bit about HF and about antennas, but what kind of antennas you have and what bands they cover. I'm doing this 12 days of QRZ, and I can't cover all the bands there. And I saw one of the folks there on the one of our websites that I like to go to there. And they had 10 bands up in there. The Black Ham Operators Network. A guy was posting his 12 days of QRZ and 160, 80, 60, all the way down the line. I was like, go ahead on, go ahead on. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to make something. I've helped make my first one, my first infed halfway, but outside that, I haven't made anything else. But now I'm gonna have to get something up before the December gets out of here. Okay, let's see if anybody's on the local repeater there. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Anyone on VE3 PGC local that wants to join the net tonight?
Victor Echo 3 X-ray India Delta.
Okay, we got Victor Echo 3 X-Ray India Delta out there. James, good afternoon, good evening to you. And before we get started, another good thing about EchoLink and AllStar, you don't have to deal with DAs out there making different sounds and stuff because it's on digital. So I might have to disconnect the old repeater out there. Jim, before I do that though, do you have EchoLink or AllStar node?
I do have EchoLink. I've had it since 2002.
All right, awesome, awesome. Okay, stick around there. We have a true party now. We have three. We have X-Ray India Delta out there, a VE1DXW, and NX3F. Okay, we're just gonna go get started. The topics tonight are always 2 rounds. The first round, I try to have something meaningful that we could talk about, and then the second round, I'm just nosy. I just like to know what people are doing. I just like to know what people are doing. Okay, so let's get it started here. We'll go with Devin first, and then I'll share what I have too. But we'll go around and we'll see what's happening. So Devin, you and I had a chance to go and play on HF today. One of the first times I've just been on HF, just trying to get a contact with not a Parks on the Air. So I was stumbling at first. We went to 10 meters, couldn't get each other. 40, couldn't get each other. I wound up meeting on 20 and got to talk to some people. And that was a lot of fun. So Devin, what type of antenna do you have, and what frequencies or what bands can you cover there? Over.
VE1DXW here. I see somebody's playing around on the radio tonight. No, I have a TR5V wired antenna. I can get 40, 20, 10, and the lower part of 6 meters will tune up for me, so that's all I can do on HF. Back over to you, Ern.
Thank you there, Devin. VE1DXW. Yeah, so 40, 20, and a little bit of 6. You know, I have one of those G5RVs or GR5Vs or whatever you call it. Have one of those myself, and it's in a box. I got it from a Hamfest. I put it in. 20 worked really good. Nothing else worked. I tried, you know, they said keep it away from metal, do this, do that. I tried it inverted V. That's all I really tried it on, inverted V. But at different angles, right? At different heights. Got 40 on it one time, like a couple times, and then 20 always. Everything else is out of whack. So I got it's downstairs. It's a something to one Ballon or Unin or something. Anyway, my friend went to Radio World here in Canada to go get it. He says that's all you need to do. Connect to the ladder line, you'll be good to go, right? But I was just so frustrated with it after using my in-fed half wave that I lost. Don't know what I did with it. Built myself an in-fed half wave with a buddy of mine, VE3 Easy B there. Lost the thing, can't find it, and that sucker, it went 80. I could get 80 on it, 40, 20, 12, 15, 17, and a partridge in a pear tree. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, we have November 5 Bravo Mike Delta that's joined us there too. Tonight's topic is what kind of antennas do you have and what bands can you use? Okay, so we heard from Devin, 40, 20, and a little bit of 6. Mr. Allen, NX3F, go ahead. What you got over there?
Oh, okie dokie. VA3EWG and X3F. Well, let's see. Let me look at the inventory here. I've got 2 headset antennas up. One is a random length. I think it's probably about 110 feet. One of them, up at about 40 feet. The other one is about 172 feet. The longer of the one, I have a problem with the transmit on. It doesn't. The signal is down about 3 dB compared to the other one that I have. The shorter one works really good. I can tune from 160 all the way to 6 meters.
Oh,
And I
okay.
have a tuner out at the base of the antenna. It's a remote tuner. And the other one also has a remote tuner to it. And one's an MFJ and the other one is an LDG.
Okay.
I would have figured the one that's 172 feet long would perform better than the other one that I have, but it doesn't for some strange reason. So I was investigating that one. And the Unins, I wound them myself, tested them with a nano DNA. And I also got a 2-meter 3-element horizontally polarized quad up at about 30 feet. Seems to do pretty good on 2-meter sideband. So that's it for the present time, Ernest. I do have other antennas here, but I don't have them up. I've got one sitting in a box at the beam. I've had it for 25 years, and I've never had it out of the box. So at some point in time, I'd like to get that up. Thank you, sir. And EX3, EWG, and X3F.
All right, NX3F and the group. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Okay, Mr. Allen. We're going to have to get some fire in the wire there. Not fire in the wire. We're going to have to get some smoke on the booty or something like that. I forget what the term is. But you know what, Mr. Mr. Allen? 25 years in the box, eh? You know, if that was like fine wine or something, you could pull out the box and that thing would be worth $1 million. But you got to get it up in the air. You know, you said it's cold, so you have to wait till it's wet, raining, and all that stuff, and then it'll be the perfect time to go out there. We might have to take a road trip. I know this summer here, we helped quite a few people get antennas up. My buddies came over, and my daughter even, and my son-in-law, helped me get my little tower put up. And then I was doing this thing called Helping Hams. I'm going to try to get that going big time next year. But you know, lots of folks, and I went out and shot up have a bean bag, Mr. Allen and everybody out there. Have a bean bag thing I got from Amazon. It's a two-piece pole assembly with a huge slingshot on the thing. And I mean, it just lobs, no effort, lobs that beanbag 50 foot in the air like it ain't nobody's business. So I got that up for a couple of folks there this summer. It was a lot of fun shooting up in the trees and stuff and getting those antennas and stuff up. Okay, enough from me. We have November 5, Bravo Mike Delta that's joined us. Tonight's topic, first round, is what kind of antennas do you have and what bands can you cover? Come on in, NF November 5 BMD. Oh my shit. Oh my goodness. We're waiting for November 5 Bravo Mike Delta to pop in. Hey Jim, if you can, could you connect to to EchoLink on my node? I think I'm going to disconnect from PGC out there, and then we won't have to bother with that nonsense. So 4399 is my node. Or look for VE3 EWV-L. VE3 EWV-L. Let me know, Jim, when you could do. Well, I'll see it if you connect to mine. Then I'll disconnect from PGC there.
I'm going to wait for you to come online first. V3 XID.
Well, I'm online. I have 3 people connected.
On True Wireless's node right now.
Okay, we're going to keep it moving. November 5, Bravo Mike Delta. November 5, Bravo Mike Delta. Come on in. Okay, nothing heard from November Bravo Mike Delta. Let's bring it on down to VE3XID. VE3XID, come on in.
Okay, I'm on your dash L now.
Okay, awesome. That's good to know. Okay, come on in there, Jim. The topic of tonight is what antennas do you have and what bands can you cover there? Over.
Well, my HF antennae are all in the closet. I'm not allowed to put them up. My favorite is a Buxcom, 134 foot long off center fed dipole that does 80 meter through 2 meter. And I used to use that in a northwest southeast configuration, about 31 feet above the ground. And talked to South Africa, New Zealand, Western Australia, and a few European countries. But I haven't done that since probably early 2012, when I had to sell the house, move to Cornwall, because I had a 40-foot tower, which which I had a dual band aluminum J from Aero. It was beautiful. TRA up in Gatineau all the time. And there was another one in Brownsburg that I used to talk to. Matter of fact, I have got a certificate from the Brownsburg Club because of the number of times that I timed out. Oh golly, they had a 2-minute timeout, and I kept going over it. Yeah, my ICOM IC7000 is in the closet, so I don't use that anymore. Let's see. Now I've only got 2 meter and 70 centimeter out here now, but I used to do 6 meter on the ICOM 7000, but can't do that without an antenna. So anyway, we'll say hello to everyone on the net. I hope that they're having good weather. It's just overcast here, and I think we're where are we? We're at -6 degrees here. So anyway, we'll pass it back to net control, VA3 EWV, V3 XID.
Okay, V3XID in the group. I hope everybody can still hear me. Let me just make sure that people can hear me. Devin, are you still out there? Over. Okay, NX3F, do you still copy me? Over.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, we do. Yeah, the other fellow was just saying, I think because his call, we thought he was slipped into darkness. Go ahead.
Okay, we're back. We're back in the shack, as they say. Well, look. So thank you, Jim. VE3XID. As Jim was saying, he has his UHF 38, UHF and VHF up there. Not much toward HF. Jim, you know what I saw? If you got your pennies in order, I've been seeing this thing called a mag loop that people have in their sitting in their living rooms and pointing toward their windows and stuff like that. Seems to be working pretty good. And one of the new hams that has been coming in the same time as Devin and I, her name is Kimberly. When I saw some of her pictures, right on her little balcony thing, she has some type of mount there and just a extendable vertical that she extends out with a coil on it sometimes. Because she's an apartment dweller too, and she'll go out there at at night and stick it on the thing there, and then get out there and talk. Okay, let's try one more time with November 5 Bravo Mike Delta. Okay, nothing heard from Herman out there, but we're glad you came there to join us nonetheless. We have a few people on Facebook out there watching, so thank you guys for watching tonight. You can always come in 4399 on EchoLink or VA3EWV-L, as well as AllStar 60092. There we go. We have another node that just joined us here, 63037. 63037. Go ahead. You just joined. Okay, we have someone that just joined there. They're coming in there through, looks like AllStar 63037. It does not show who you are in the database yet, but we see that you're there. Come on in and say hello. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, we'll give them time to get everything adjusted. That's one thing about the EchoLink and AllStar. It was a learning curve for me. It took me about 3 to 4 months to get everything working there. Yeah, everything is working now, but it wasn't right away. So we appreciate it. I see that that node popped out and came back in again. Okay, so the topic of tonight was what type of antennas do you have? What bands do they cover? So I have the J5RV or whatever that one is, like Devin was talking about. That's in a box. It's probably going to stay in the box for 25 years if the Lord says the same, like Mr. Allen's did. Yep. Or I might get it out there. Hey, you know what? I got lots of land though, so I might get it out and instead of doing like an inverted V, now that I have that 49-to-1 or whatever that thing's called, I might give it a whirl and just go put it out horizontally. I have the tower up 40 feet now. Well, it's actually close to 50. That's where my tri-bander is. My tri-bander is up over 50 feet. Not can't say tri-bander on when you talk HF. My UHF, VHF, and 220 antenna is up over 50 feet. Then I have the homebrew infed half wave. It's one of the infed half waves that has like a little tail on it. I won that at a ham fest. And then I had my infed half wave that I had helped build myself, my first antenna that I lost, and nothing's like your first one. So I'm still looking for that thing. I'm cleaning this house up 2-3 times. My wife's like, "Oh, my house looks so clean." Yeah, because I'm looking for my antenna. Can't find it. And I remember putting it in my pocket. That's the bad thing. I remember putting it in my pocket. That's how small that thing was. Okay, enough for me there. We're down the line there. So let's try one more time for Mr. Herman there. N5 Bravo Mike Delta. Okay, nothing heard. As we get ready to wrap this one up there, we've been out here for 24 minutes, having some fun out there. So, what are you guys doing for the weekend, and do you have any plans on HF? What I'm doing for the weekend is going to a breakfast tomorrow with our local club. That's going to be lots of fun. And my son, bless his heart, he said he's going to go out with me to one of the parks and help and sit there while I activate a park. So I'm very happy about that. Bless him. He did not seem too interested because the first time, y'all, he didn't know what was happening. I was coming from a doctor's appointment, and I'm like, "Hey, look, we're gonna make a quick stop," you know. And I'm like, "Turn here, turn here, turn here." And then when we got to the place, he goes, "What are we doing here?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just sit back and help me get this thing set up here. Let me show you how to do it." And he kept looking at me while I was showing him where to put the antenna, how to plug up the radio. And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "I'll only be here an hour." And I walked away with 140 something QSO, so I know I only had limited amount of time there. All right, so with that being said, I am doing or participating in that 12 days of QRZ, the 12 days of QRZ. And I saw some folks out there putting their 12 Days of QRZ up on one of the websites, the Black Ham website there, and they were 10 bands, and I was like, dang it, I can't even get into those bands. So, what are you guys gonna be doing anything HF wise there this weekend? And are you gonna participate in that 12 days? So let's go back to Devin, VE1DXW. Devin, are you gonna be participating in that, or do you know about it?
VE3WVE1DXW. No, Ernest, I usually don't participate in any contests. I might give somebody a contact once in a while, that's about it. There's usually a bunch of us down on 7111 in the morning.
right, no problem, no problem. And I may have said that wrong, but the 12 days of QRZ is not it's not a competition or whatever. All it is, it's on QRZ. So if you go to where it says awards, basically in a nutshell, you just have to uh, get a contact. So like you and I, we had a couple contacts today actually. You just have to get a couple contacts per day for 12 days, any of the 12 days. So I guess it's just something to keep everybody just doing whatever. So on the first day I had some contacts on 20. The next day I had some contacts on 30 meters. And the 30 meters were FT8 by the way. So those things count. So even if you're doing FT8 at home and you are getting your contacts verified over QRZ, it will count. All right, Devin. Hope you have some good sports times there this weekend, and some good times with your friends and family there. Okay, we'll break with you, and we'll get over there to Mr. Allen, NX3F. Mr. Allen, what are you going to be doing this weekend? And do you know about that 12 days of QRZ? Over.
E83EWV NX3F. No, I didn't know about that, man. Thanks for dropping the coin on that one. I didn't hear about that one. I have to check that out. I may do that on Sunday, just to see, just to get back in there. Be no problem at all. Well, there's a couple things I want to mention. Oh, you might want to jot this down, and others that work FT8, that there is a new version of that WSJTX software.
What?
I saw a fellow on YouTube. He was talking about it this evening. Man, it looks really good. Really, really good. And a lot of nice features to that program. So I downloaded it. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but at least I downloaded it. So you might want to check that out. Some really cool features. Other than that, I've got work. I'm on a special project at work. And hopefully we'll get it done by tomorrow. So I'll have Sunday off. We'll get that all wrapped up. And the third thing, 25 years in a box. I bought that, actually I bought two antennas. One is a VHF, UHF, they're both Quizcrafts. They're beams. One's an MA5B, that's a HF beam, mini HF beam that Quizcraft made way back. I bought that thing about 23 years ago, and I have not had it up, and the same thing for the beam too, so I got to get that thing up. See if we can do a little bit better here on the bands from 20 to 10 meters. I do pretty good now, but I think I do a lot better if I get that beam up on the house. Okay, back to you, Sarah. VA3EWV NX3F.
NX3F in the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Hey, look, if you could do me a favor, because I'm all about the new and improved stuff there for the FT8 program. If you have time, not 25 years from now, but if you have time, if you can have, oh Lord have mercy. Okay, if you can put that on a Facebook group there and give a link, because there's a lot of folks out here. My friend VE3ARF, he's the first one that told me about FT8 there, and a lot of people in the local club, they weren't even doing anything with that. Nobody was talking about it. By the time the summer ended last year, it was about 8 or 9 of us that had it, and it's just grown since then, right? And I use it on days like today. I was trying to do some hunting out there today for Parks on the Air, and I saw them on the website. I could barely hear them in the background, but not enough to work them. That's one of those, I forget, I was reading something about HF that says, if you can't hear them good, don't try to contact them, something like that. So I could not hear them good enough. They could have heard me, but I would have been able to understand what they were saying. But if you can drop that a link on the Facebook there or put that YouTube video, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Allen, and you have a good rest of your weekend. We are on the line here with VE3XID. So Jim, what you gonna be doing the rest of this weekend? Back over to you.
Okay. VA3WV, V3 Jeff, VA3RQS, was on PGC looking for you, but I told him you were here. He connected, but he didn't connect to you. I think he got lost. I told him to use your call sign with a -L. I don't think he understood that. I may have gone over to PTC and then found nobody there and left. But he's not on EchoLink now. He's gone. Anyway, not much else to add here. What was the question again? V3WV, V6.
VE3XID in the group, VA3EWV returning. Yeah, I had saw two connections come in on EchoLink there. So he had connected. I know I helped him set it up on his phone there, so he does have it. But I saw it coming in, but he might not had success, or couldn't hear me. Just like November 5 Bravo Mike Delta has been connected, but we can't hear anything from him too. But to answer your question, I was just when I do these nets, I'll have a topic. Then the last round is just what are you doing for the rest of the weekend, or what do you have for plans for radio? So back over to you. What's your plans for the weekend and plans for radio?
Okay, well, I usually use my open spot 3, and I'll flip around from D-Star and to C4XM, YSF. I don't particularly care for the FCS. I'll stick with the YSF. But yeah, YSF and DMR and let's see what else was I getting into. Can't remember right now. But there's a whole lot of stuff. There's a P25 and I've got a P25 number, but I don't have a P25 radio. But it helps because without the P25 number, people on P25 don't know who I am. They can't see my call sign. It doesn't come through. So, which is odd, but that's the way it is. So, no, not going to be doing anything special here. The A3WV, V6.
VE3XID, VA3EW returning. So yeah, Jim, that's why I'm going to be tried and true to help and keep EchoLink and AllStar and all that stuff going on those digital modes. I have so many friends. Devin, he has left for the evening there, but when I met Devin, he was in the hospital going through some health issues there. Had an HF rig at home, but he was in the hospital for like 2 or 3 months. And was just sitting there bored, and then we started talking on EchoLink, and that was him. I have friends that live in the States that live in apartments, so we talk on EchoLink. When I travel, I talk on EchoLink. When I'm even in Ottawa and I'm away from the home base, I can reach out and pull up our repeater here because we have an EchoLink repeater. So it's always good to have that. And just like tonight, with that QRM or whatever you call it, with the guy out there burping and stuff, that was awesome. Because see, you don't know who that is, and that guy's been doing that for years now. But it's good that you can get away from that stuff, because when you are signing up for these, now I know there's somebody in the crowd everywhere you go, but at least it makes it a little harder when your name and all that stuff showing up on the repeaters there. Okay, Jim, we wish you a good rest of your week there. We'll have one more call out for November 5 Bravo Mike Delta. If nothing's heard, we'll be ending this net there. And then I'm going to go try to chase down and see what that new FTA program is. So one last call for November 5 Bravo Mike Delta. Okay, that's it, folks. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for spending some time with me this weekend, this nice Friday. We hope to see you guys on the bands, and hope to see you next week. Thank you so much, Mr. Allen, NX3F. Have a good rest of your week. VE3XID. And I'll be popping by your place tomorrow after breakfast. Breakfast is at 9. It'll be over around after 10 something. And so I'm hoping to be at your place no later than 11:30, if that's okay with you, to drop off a little package for you. Devin, you have a good night out there as well. And Jeff, V3RQS, Radio Quebec Sierra, hope to hear you again too. Okay, good night, everybody. I'll leave it for any finals, and then I'll hang around for about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to close it down. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor saying 7-3 to all, and I'll be listening for any finals.
Okay, I'll be looking for your call on the doorbell app here. Here is 7-3. Have a great evening. Be fixed at you.
Okay.
Hey, Ernest. Yeah, that thing is called. It says if you do a Google search, type in WSJTX-X improved. It's called improved with packed features. WSJTX improved with packed features. Go ahead.
Okay. I see it now. WSJTX improves the new way to FT8. Okay, I'm looking at that ham radio tube out there. Improved is loaded with so many more new features than. Okay. Hey, I'm always willing to change something. I was using, man, I'm going to go broke with these apps, okay? So, apps and stuff like that. The first one I downloaded was, let me see what this thing's called. Amateur Contact Log. I paid $100 something for that thing. N3 something. Yeah, N3FJP. So we used that for field day and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, get it! This is really so good." Da da da. So I threw $100 at that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is good." But I was only using it for field day, so that's like twice a year. Then I went and got Hammers, which was free, but I wanted it on my phone, so I paid for the app and then never used it on the phone. Then they had this new one called WRL, which is pretty cool. I'm starting to like it, but it's in the beta stage, and since I've been in IT all my life, I know what beta means. Beta means you pay to play and help them make it better. So I still use the hammers in the background just in case that thing bails on me. But then I have NetLogger and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, wow, I need to slow down on all these apps and stuff, because they make some really good stuff. And even with that new hammers, for people like me that work out in the field, it's so nice that if somebody spots something, you can click on it and it'll bring it straight to the frequency through rig control. That's almost worth the money. So I'm gonna go see because like with WJTX, like I was trying to get it to where it tells you where the parks are, and it says needed park. It says it, and I'm like, well, where's the park though? Where is it? I don't see nothing on the thing saying POTA. So where's the park, right? and then it'll show it, but you never see nobody on your screen. I'm like, don't show me nothing. Don't tease me if I can't click on it. Like, if I can hear it and work it, you tell me. If I can't hear it and work it, why you tell me that it's there? So I'm gonna go play around with that and see what that's all about there. I think the hardest part of that stuff is getting it all configured, eh?
Yeah, well, that WSJTX improved, man. Shoot, you go hit on and load that on your computer, and from what I understand, it automatically will snatch up the settings from your existing WSJTX, and it'll load it into this new improved version. The way I understand it, maybe I misunderstood it, but like I said, I did download it. I said, let me go ahead on and download this thing. So I downloaded it, but I haven't had it. I didn't get a chance to play with it. And you okay on that hammers? Yeah, I've heard about that. I heard it's supposed to be a real good deal. You know, when you're out there in the field like that. Hey, God, there was something else I was going to say to you. Oh, I know what it was. You just said that you finally had got your tower up. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And when you said you had some beams up on it, I said, oh, man, he went on ahead and put HF beams
No,
up
I
on
don't
it.
have
He said
beams up
VHF
there.
and UHF. I said, oh, okay. But that doesn't make any difference still, man. At least you got something up to tie in the air, and it should work out really good for you. Go ahead.
Yep. So my freestanding tower that I have out there, that's still standing up. I didn't want to land on the ground. All 5 sections are standing up on a big cement like patio stone thing. So that's there. I didn't get to get that in the ground, but the Lord blessed me this past summer. A friend of mine had spent close to $2,000 getting a tower up at her house to get digital internet. And then Canada passed this bill or law or whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a law, but they passed something that they said everybody needs high speed internet. So they've been digging cable and burying cable for fiber. And so she paid all that money. And then a year and a half later, she got fiber to her house. So she calls me up and says, would you like a free tower? It's a tube tower, okay? And I'm like, man, you ain't said nothing but a word. I went over there and I got that thing down that day. Brought it home. And then, like I said, my good friend Rob, my daughter Mel, and my son-in-law Cody, we got that booger up there. So we erected it. And then it has a 8-foot section of pipe at the top. And that's what I put my tri-band. And I can't say tri-band when you talk HF because people get that mixed up with, HF antenna. But my UHF, VHF, and 220 antenna, I have that up. I know for a fact it's over 50 feet for that. And then right down below that, I put pulleys there. And that's where I have that the pulley for that infit half wave. So it's about 45 foot. And I have, like I said, over 2 acres. So I just strung it across the yard there. And so I can hit whatever, east, west, north, south, whatever they said to do. And I've been doing that. But you know what? It's up though. And the wife likes that better than she liked. Because she wouldn't all happy about that permanent tower there. This little tube is stuck right up against the house, right in the corner, and it's towering up above there. But when I get the oven up, it's gonna be super big, and she don't want that one near the house. She said if I put it up, Mr. Allen, it has to be at the tower's 50 feet. She wants it 60 feet away, so if something happens to it, it won't hit the house. But that tube tower, there ain't much there to it, and I don't have a beam on that one. But just to let you know, I do have a 6-meter beam that my buddy gave me because he wasn't using it. So it's there in the backyard, And when summer comes next year, we're gonna get it rock and rolling. Okay, let me get off this key. That's been about 20 minutes. Hey, Jim, Jim is still here. So I'm long-winded myself, but on our local repeater, I've been counting. In my year on the radio, I've only timed it out 3 times. 3 times only. And Jim's getting whole awards from the Radio Amateurs of Canada for timing out the repeaters. Mr. Allen, I'm going to let you know first thing in the morning how that program works, that WSJT improved. I'm going to let you know how it works. I'm going to get that sucker downloaded tonight. Though, over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that'd be most interesting. Yeah, they did add a lot of nice features like that band select
This is the new
below
version of WSJ.
the spectrum graph and the dark mode. Oh, man, shoot, I like that dark mode. I like that. People don't like it, but I like it though. That dark mode is really cool. That's where you can take the background instead of being white, you can put it all black and the letters all in color. That's really cool. That's really cool. Hey, okay, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna let you go. There's one other thing I want to ask. You said IT. Just right quick. You ever work with the AllStar software for Superman 3 and all that stuff? You ever work with any of that stuff? Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. We were having some issues with the local repeater this year, the one that has AllStar and EchoLink on it. Something happened to the connection, and so it wasn't available. And I mean that was at the height of me talking to on AllStar. I had 15, 16 people connecting, talking on there and stuff, and then it went down, and then they made the repeater for members only there for a little while. So all my friends that I met, I couldn't talk with them, and I'm like, okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna go get my own thing. I was gonna actually go get my own repeater and all that stuff. And then they're like, jokes on you, you need an advanced license. I'm like, no problem. I enrolled in the class with Radio Amateurs of Canada, got my advanced, got that got that in April. You can't make a person mad there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shoot, I wouldn't even think about getting it. And then when there's a will, there's a way. So anyway, I got it. Wound up getting my didn't get a repeater, but I got this Raspberry Pi with AllStar EchoLink in it. So I do, and that's what I was saying at the beginning of the thing. It took me 4 months to get things going because I had no idea what any of this stuff was. I didn't know what WinSCP was. I didn't know what PuTTY was. I didn't know about port forwarding. I didn't know about any of that stuff. And then I met Jonathan Taylor, the guy, the architect behind EchoLink there. Invited him to our club meeting, and he actually spoke at our club meeting and stuff. The guy that actually did EchoLink. I wound up getting a vanity call sign for EchoLink 4399, and I support that stuff all day, every day. And I'm using Superman version 2 right now. So whenever you got some free time, right? Whenever you got some free time, I'll connect with what's that program called? Zoom, and I'll show you around it because it's nice. Because when that fellow was out there with all that foolishness tonight, and see that's why I like having my own stuff. When you have to depend on somebody else's stuff, you don't never know what happens there. But I have my own stuff. Look, we got another person that just joined us here, by the way. We have Kilo 15 Zulu Quebec Kilo. Kilo 15 Zulu Quebec Kilo. Come on in. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Kilo 15 Zulu.
Well, good evening there, Ernest. I haven't talked to you in probably, good gosh, probably been about, 3-4 months? Probably a little bit longer than that. Yeah, I've been kind of busy around here, around the house, and with family stuff, so that's the reason why for the long absence. But just wanted to check in there and see what's going on your side of the world. Copy.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's so good to have you in there too. I was tickled pink to see you pop in there. I got to tell you that. And I see that we have also November 8th Charlie Lima Hotel that's popped in there too. Uh, Tonight we're talking about uh, what antennas you have, John, what antennas you have, and what bands you cover. I was participating in that 12 days of QRZ, and I don't have 160, I don't have 80 or 60 or 6. So I've been seeing people posting theirs, and they have it straight across the board there. So don't go away because I want to be nosy and see what you got. But before we see that, let's also say hello to November 8th Charlie Lima Hotel. November 8th Charlie Lima Hotel. How are you there tonight? And thank you for coming to the show there, Wade. Come on in. November 8th, Charlie Lima Hotel. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. I see this is just your first time connecting. Are you there? Over. Okay, well, Wade's getting sorted out there. Let's go back up the list there. Mr. John, what antennas do you have and what bands can you cover there? Over. And do you know about that 12 days of QRZ?
Oh, that's funny. About the only antenna I have that I'm running right now is using an Antron 99 portable that I've had for about 30, 35 years to run 10 and 12 meter. And of course, I got a little Yaesu for GNMRS frequencies and the 2 meter band.
All right.
And that's the extent of it. But next year, I plan on. I haven't decided on a diamond hole setup or an all band Yaesu. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I've just been lazy. How about that?
Well, yeah, I hear you. Well, you know what? I'm celebrating my 1 year on January 17th. I'll be 1 year in, and for the longest time, I only had UHF and VHF antenna, and I'm sitting in my shack here, but I could look out the window. I have I forget what they call the house. It's the basement ranch style or something like that. You know, it's like 2 floors. I live here in Canada, so you got the basement, then you have the floor on top of it. And I had just a section of tower. I think the sections of tower are 8 feet. I think that's what it is. And then I had a snow shovel that we take the snow off the solar panels with. Well, no snow came off the solar panels last year. I took the top off, the shovel part off, and I stuck I think what was that? Oh man, I forgot DX5. Oh man, I forgot the name of that antenna. Anyway, it was like a 4 foot antenna for UHF VHF. I tie wrapped that thing to the top of the snow shovel there, and then tie wrapped that to the tower. The ground was fully frozen, so I put hand weights that you're supposed to work out with because I don't work out at all. I zip tied the hand weights out there, and that was a Frankenstein monster. But I was about 10 feet up, and I was getting out all over Cornwall, Cornwall, Ontario. So I know that I know the struggle with antennas. But I'm telling you, no ground, no nothing, and I had it poked through the window, and was sitting here freezing because I couldn't shut the window if I was talking on the radio. And then once I got through talking, I had to throw the cable through the window. Anyway, that was lots of fun. But my first HF antenna that I was telling everybody I lost, it was an infit half wave that I made with my buddy there, VE3 Easy B, and I was doing from 80 to 10 on that one, and that thing it was beautiful. I'm never gonna, even if I make one like it, it ain't gonna work right. I already know it. Anyway, stay out there with us. I'm trying to get a hold to November 8th Charlie Lima Hotel. November 8th Charlie Lima Hotel. Come on in, Wade, if you're out there.
This is November 8th Charlie Lima Hotel. Sorry I was having issues. First time on EchoLink. I
Yes, yes, and you're coming in loud and clear too. You're coming in loud and clear. Hey, we appreciate you being out there, Wade. So you have it in your attic, yeah. So I see that you're a new tech as well, eh? How long have you been licensed?
I was, I got licensed in October, and I got a call sign of KS8CQO, but I applied for my grandfather's call sign, and I got it approved by the FCC, and I got that
That's awesome.
in November. So
That is
I just
awesome.
recently started. I just put together a radio and started trying to make QSOs and learn the craft of ham radio. Trying to study for the general now. Hopefully test next month.
Well, man, I'm excited, doubly excited. And I know all of us here this evening are excited that you got your grandfather's his call. Man, that's the best thing ever. To have that and keep that going in the family. That's awesome. Yeah, stick around here. I have a website on Facebook, On the Air with VA3EWB. And I also have the YouTube thing, On the Air with VA3EWB. I am a true amateur. There's no expert over here. But I recorded most of my adventures in my first year of radio. And there are a lot of funny things, like the one that I caught myself doing the other day. I bought a Heil headset, and I have a foot pedal and I have a thumb switch. And I saw myself talking on watching one of my videos, and I'm sitting there talking to this thumb switch the whole time, instead of the microphone. So that was funny. And then some other times, I was using the hand mic and was talking, and everybody's like, "Oh, you sound like you're so far away." And I noticed that the part that's supposed to face your face was in the palm of my hand, and I was talking on the back of the radio. It just feels better the other way in my hand instead of the way it's supposed to be. So you see all those funny adventures and stuff like that on my YouTube channel there. So don't go there if you want to learn something. Okay, don't go there if you want to learn something. You can go there if you want to have some fun and giggle at my adventures there. So the antenna that you have up in your attic there, that's the 2 meter and 70 centimeter. How's that working in your, I would love to see some pictures of that. How's that working out for you in the attic?
Yeah, so far it's working pretty good. I made contacts on different repeaters in my area in southeast Michigan. Um, yeah, I just strapped it up against a 2x4 that's from the floor of the attic to the roof. So far, no issues. Got a LMR 400 connected to that to my Yaesu FTM 500D. Yeah, it's working pretty good. November 8 Charlie Lima Hotel.
Well, man, it's good to hear that. It's good to hear that. I'm glad that that's working for you. Yeah, anything you can do to get out on the air, that's for sure. Here where we live, I used to live in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, by the way. I was up there for about 2 years. I moved from Louisiana to around in my early 30s, moved to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and came over to Canada. Been here in Canada since 2000, so gonna be going on 25 years here soon in October of next year. It'll be 25 years for me there. But it's good to have some new hams out here today. We had you make the fourth new ham that we have out here tonight. And my first ham radio, just so you know, was my iPhone 6 Plus with EchoLink. And that's why I still use EchoLink to this day. Okay, we're going to go back to K15Z Quebec Kilo for any finals. And what are you doing for the rest of the week, a weekend or the week there? Over.
I'm sorry, what was the question here, Ernest? I was actually doing something here.
We always multitask in the shack. I said, what are you going to be doing for the weekend or for the rest of your week? We're about to close it down the net tonight, and we just do with a final call and just see what you guys are up to for the weekend radio.
I'll copy that. I'll probably play around with the 10-meter contest thing tomorrow
Oh
morning.
yes.
Nothing really extravagant. I'll make a few contacts here and there on that, but we'll see how that goes.
That's right. I should have posted that on my website. That I did see that earlier today. The 10-meter contest there, the 14th and 15th. It runs 2 days. Okay, yeah. I'll be out with the XYL in the morning there, and going to a club breakfast and stuff like that, and running little errands with her and all that stuff. And then I was going to go do Parks on the Air. But I'm probably thinking that's probably not a good time to go and do Parks on the Air this weekend. Oh, no, yes it will, because the 10-meter contest is going to be on, so it's probably a perfect time to work with other bands there. All right, thank you so much for being out there with us tonight, Mr. John there. We hope to hear you in the weeks to come. Okay, NHCLH, what are you doing for the rest of the week or the weekend in radio?
I don't know. I might just hit up some repeaters, get some contacts. I got some family stuff going on, so I might go hang out with the parents, maybe go see a movie. But yeah, I saw your post on the EchoLink Facebook page, and I'll look into your YouTube videos as well. Yeah, thanks for having me. November 8, Charlie Lima Hotel.
Well, we definitely appreciate y'all being out here. It makes me so excited to see people come out here. And I will be using EchoLink and AllStar until I can't use it anymore. That's one. Now I do love the HF and I love the UHF, VHF and stuff like that. But this is so versatile, and you could have it going on in the background. Just having a lot of fun with it. So thank you all for being out there tonight. And last comments from VE3XID, and we'll close it down. V3XAD, you have anything to add before we call it a day? Okay, nothing heard. And the last person, November 5, Bravo Mike Delta. Anything from that station? Did not get to hear you tonight, but I see that you're logged in. But I did not get to hear you. So one last call for November 5, Bravo Mike Delta. Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard until next time, folks. I'm here every Friday night from 8 to 9. You're welcome to pop in, even if you just want to listen, because there are a couple people that work evening shift. They just like to log in and listen. And I'm really okay with that, too. Everybody have a great day. Have some fun out there on the radio this weekend. And if you haven't, just try to look for my website there, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Just look for that on YouTube or Facebook. You'll see it. And come join me in the fun. Everybody have a great rest of your day. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, 7-3. All right, that's a good net. We'll get some little outgoing music there.
7-3 is Ernest from Kilo India 5 Zulu, Quebec Kilo.
All right. Okay. All right.
Great week. November 8, Charlie Lima Hotel. It's clear. 7-3.
All right, guys. 7-3 to the both of you, and have a good rest of your day. Bye for now. All right. Let's get some groove there. Let's see what we're gonna play. I think I have a Park to Park song. Let's hit it out with our Park to Park song.
We hit the airways every night. Park to park, our signals bright. Cheek to cheek, we keep it live. Ham radio, got that vibe. Late shift early, we don't care. chill. On to the next part we go. In the dark we let it flow. Communications part to part. This is how we make our mark. On to the next part we go. In the dark we let it flow. Communications part to part. This is how we make our mark. Thanks for those activations now. From dusk till dawn we take a bow.
See you right there.
Signal strong we make it loud.
You have to come over closer.
And radio we stand proud.
This way.
Y'all, it's a radio
Oh, okay.
field day in Tennessee.
Let me turn this
Good
on.
friend.
Okay, folks. On the air with VA3WB, I have my grandson Knox here with me. I don't think you can see him. Knox, you got to come over a little closer. Here, come over here. Because I can't move my arm. Let him see you there. You have to see, there's the camera right there. Can you see it?
I can see it.
There we go. Yeah. It's got like a little bit of a thing on it. Okay, folks, we're out of here. Me and Noxie, and we'll see y'all later. We'll catch y'all tomorrow or down the log. VA3EW, we're clear. Okay, I have to turn it off though. Just give me a second. Okay. I have to find out where where's my other window at? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Okay, now we have to turn this off.